This is the ASM Hydrasynth. It is a monotimbral synth, which means it plays one sound at a time. You can dial up a preset. You get the same sound all the way across the keyboard. You can't have two sounds at once, so I dial up a different preset. It plays that sound across the keyboard. It's not like some keyboards where you can have bitimbral, where it has a split. One half the keyboard plays one sound and one half plays the other, or a layered or that sort of thing. So, however, there is a way you can kind of paraphonically do the same thing, simulate it. Sort of the same way a mono synth will allow you to paraphonically play almost polyphonically within limitations of the oscillators. So it's kind of the same way of doing things. It has to do with playing different oscillators to produce a different sound. So I'm going to show you how to do that. So first we're going to start by initializing the patch. So now I have a clear patch. It's just a simple sawtooth waveform. And what we'll do is we'll select oscillator 1 and let's pick, well, let's make it a sine wave so it's nice and, it's a very obvious sound. We know that's that sound. Simple, smooth sine waveform. And then on oscillator 2, we'll pick something different. Oops, we gotta turn the mixer up for oscillator 2. Pick something very digital sounding. Okay, so that's now we have oscillator 1 and oscillator 2. If I bring the mixer up, I can bring both of them up and you'll hear they're both playing at the same time. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring both oscillator 1 and 2 down. Instead of 128, we're going to bring them down to 64 or thereabouts, which is half. But as you can hear, they're both still playing at the same time. So to do the magic, we're going to go into the mod matrix. We're going to assign our key track, which is a parameter that changes depending on where on the keyboard you play. So the key track, we're going to set our destination is going to be the mixer. Wherever our mixer is, it's near the front. There it is. And the destination is going to be oscillator 1 volume. So we will make that negative 128. And then in slot 2, we're going to do the exact same thing. Key track. Here's our key track. Again, I'm going to assign it to the mixer. However, this is going to be oscillator 2 volume, and we're going to make it positive 128. So now, as you can see, when I play, I get the sine wave at the low end, and it gradually changes to the digital sound on the top end. Now, if I wanted to adjust for the tone, I can go in here and adjust the semitone. Oops. And the same thing for this one. So this is actually should be 24. So now I've moved the bottom one up 2 octaves. Actually, let's bring it down to 1 octave. And the top one I've brought down an octave. So now I have one sound from oscillator 1 sounding on the left side of the keyboard, and I have one sound from oscillator 2 sounding on the right side of the keyboard.